Hello, greetings. This is a message to this brother, look alike but very better looking, Janover. What's his name? Jamie Janover. He looks like he reminded me after watching his videos. His lips are thinner than David Qasim's and innocent looking eyes and much better version of David Qasim. So if you Americans are looking for a better life, but this is a request that you have accepted in your America, New York City, a man, David Qasim, who changed his name from Hassan Qasim to David Qasim, and used to come as a sheep in sheep's clothing and in sheep's behavior to my place when he wanted something. And then when he came to your America, he started to act very rude. He contacted my friend Mariam. So this is a request. If you now in a desperate situation, you Americans would be wanting some scientists to look to change the world view, world thinking, world looking, and all this. But you see, you cannot change a person. So because this Jamie Janover all of a sudden reminded me, I'm really sorry that I don't mean to be rude, and yeah, I hate this thing of you know comparing Jamie Janover's looks to that awful cousin, disowned cousin of mine, David Qasim. Disgusting. You wouldn't want to look at such a person whose mother and himself very abusive, very sharp-tongued, and they have been like now since David Qasim has went to America and then illegally lived there, and then I don't know what he did, that he got lucky and got a penthouse in Manhattan. So you want people to change, and you're bringing in scientists now who are looking outside the box, and you're accepting people like David Qasim doesn't make sense to me at all, who don't who have been Shia Muslims, whose mother has had an affair, who don't improve at all, who could have been getting something and doing something to me since they don't have any morals. So it's okay. You can keep your girlfriends, but his mother did more than what Americans would do in 1970. So I have a whole detail about it on my Zahra Laila Jawad profile on Facebook. I might be closing that account because Facebook doesn't allow me certain things. I've already explained to them, but they don't heed. And since my case is very complicated and it's difficult to catch these adulteresses and a Shia adulterer who had no shame. Then her son has gone on. When I was in London doing my law, many, many years later, perhaps they blamed me for something that the mother lost her job in the stewardess as a stewardess in Saudi Airlines, long time back in the 70s, because of me or something like that. And so they have been after me. And David Qasim, so when you talk about compassion, Jamie Janover, and since I'm really sorry to say this, but he reminded me slightly of the bald head shape, the shape of the silhouette and the shape of him reminded me of David Qasim. That's why, and being attacked and distance mind control, which even some articles are there on, if you Google search on the internet, on distance mind control, which are blamed on America's government and the gadgets used and all this. So since David Qasim went to America, things like distance mind control symptoms started to show up on me. And he was very angry at me. He told me very rudely to drop this, and because he had, without my permission, done an unethical thing which his mother had done long time ago and cheated on and betrayed his father, her husband. And also the Saudi Airlines, I thought, had taken her, although it was a lie that the rules don't allow a married woman, not even a divorcee, a married woman with 2 children at that time, to be working as a stewardess, hostess, air hostess in Saudi Airlines. So all this taking into consideration that, lying, cheating, betraying, and you can't solve the problem there, then you've taken this person in your country and he's taken up as your the passport, the nationality. So, and it's not right because, I've seen in the Arab side of my country, UAE, they don't give passports, nationalities, and they also know each and every person of theirs. They're Emiratis. Our trees, the whole tree, family trees there. There's a book, we have a special book. And if anyone does anything wrong against anyone, they could bring them to court. It's very transparent here. And we will not allow, if the Emiratis object to someone getting a nationality, which has caused such problems in society, then they will confiscate the nationality. They'll take it away from them, their UAE nationality, United Arab Emirates. And this is how it should be. So when you're talking about world compassion and changing the world, and a scientist is going to come, like Nassim, Haramein, first you should look into your own corner and see the things that you have done, America has done, and the people you have taken and the criminals you have taken. Harassment, lies, abuse. He became even bold enough to abuse me so badly that I cannot. You already may know Jamie Janover, because if you have a girlfriend, or if Janover, if that guy, what's his name? Again, Nassim Haramein. So, and if you go to parties like those, if you've been to New York and you've been to parties, And if you, so you can, and if you're into music, you've met David Qasim, because he used to work in Virgin shop in Karachi. So he used to sell cassettes and music. As a salesperson, he was there. So all this entertainment that you enjoy, and you can keep that entertainment. And girlfriends, if you have had girlfriends and friends you have known in your circle, like from Shahryar Pola, owner Parsi, and their Amber, what was her name? David Qasim's model girlfriend. Another one, I don't remember her name. But there was another girlfriend of his, Amber, or yeah, something like that. And in her brother in my O-level school bugged me, started to put in these anonymous notes in my bag. So now since his mother did not improve at all, like she just went away without even a word of apology or feeling of remorse. And so, and Shias, being a Shia and asking her other son, younger son, to marry a Shia, but not the girl he was in love with and going out with at that time. He wanted to marry her later when he becomes eligible to marry her, because they were both studying. And another thing is, I was studying law in London, and this person, my cousin, made up a story as to why he gave this particular man my number, that I had ditched him and broken his heart, and so spreading false rumors. Actually, he had ditched someone and broken her heart, made her wait. And so she even got slapped by her brother for this man who was supposed to see him, go and meet him. So I was helping this girl for him, and what David Qasim did was create a whole story that this man was saying, I broke his heart, left him, ditched him. They met in Nadia coffee shop, Marriott Hotel, Karachi. I was in London. So he gave this man my number, hostel number in London, started to harass me in London. Then the second call, he said, no, it's that girl. I want to know her connections. Are you still in touch with her? How is she? So now he's remembered this girl, and and David Qasim has told me that he was asking for my number because I had ditched him and broken his heart. So lies, compulsive, constant lies, and all this going on. And you have, your country, United States of America, has taken David Qasim. And I know of another case where a case was brought against this person who divorced this American girl or lady, and he was barred. He was asked to leave the United States of America. But as far as my this thing is about David Qasim, is still in New York or New Jersey, or he keeps like back and forth from New York, New Jersey, and his Manhattan penthouse, and God knows if they're into drugs, because I've heard his Louis, his friend Khurram Sheikh's uncle or relative has they have drug rings. They're half Italian. Then Louis Sheikh is a sex trafficker. So I've been following the, this group on Facebook to completely stop this sex trafficking around the world, human trafficking and sex trafficking. So my thing is that this person should be, how can you talk about, like, do you know David Qasim? If you go to parties and if you've been to New York parties, Manhattan penthouses, you would know David Qasim. Please get him for me, so that I could put him in prison. He's also killed a Russian girl, or God knows, his wife. He used to beat up black and blue and smash her against the walls. And first Russian wife, and then second Russian wife also left. He left her in the lurch coming to America, and then stopped sending her his sons money when he's become so rich. Later on I found out. And he's told me that he's wanted money on Facebook later on. So hope the sequence you understand. And then when I spoke to his second ex-wife with his 2 kids, like she's got 2 kids of David Qasim, they're the ones toying with lives and lying through and through their teeth. And you expect us to believe in a scientist that comes, we don't know any family background, we don't know how his mother did, we don't know whether, there's so much treachery and deception that even I have my doubts about seeing Jamie Janover, and you could have changed his face. He could have changed his lips, his eye color. And on the video, you can never tell in a YouTube video. So how can I tell you to be truthful? And this thing about this American, you think you can save the world, a man from Geneva is going to Italian, half Italian, Iranian. God knows I'm not even getting a full biography of this person. Your friend, Nassim, Haramein. So we don't know who to trust. Do you realize what a treacherous world this is? And you yourself have not given us your whereabouts, where you are, your phone number. You are a male person living in America. You can give us your details, your ID. If you have to change the world, you have to become more transparent than what you have put out on YouTube and social media to do that. Another thing is that this David Qasim, whom your country took, and then he illegally stayed there, and then I don't know what the procedure is, that you pay a fine, and then how he paid that fine of illegally staying in America in just before 9/11. And going there in 1998 or 1999. And so how can you give this person a nationality of yours? He is originally from Pakistan. And for some time he remained illegally on stay in United States of America. So, and this Jamie Janover, he looks like a bit, not he doesn't look criminal but he looks like David Qasim. Not in that criminal, that sharp, evil look, like a rapist look. So yeah, even David Qasim, we have a case against him. He's got a lifelong criminal record. He's a criminal person, a rapist. He raped a maid, our maid in Karachi, home of mine. So I was his cousin from his mother's side. His mother's been quite a thing, but has gone. She's gone many years now. So how do you change when you are inviting these people and you're encouraging them that boldly they could through email, because we can't reach them. But once they wanted some money from us, or they wanted to be in my group, near to me, next to me, my confidants, and then they betrayed me. He has betrayed me. I felt it in London when he told me the wrong story against me and this man. So how do you allow these people to stay in the United States of America? And why can you not approach the courts for them and the president for them? Here, our presidents are available. We can call them their office. Our Prime Minister, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, is available. His Highness the Crown Prince Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan is available. We can appeal to them. Sheikhas are available. The mother of Emirat, the Emirates, United Arab Emirates. So, so this thing would, people would not treacherously be betraying and cheating and lying through their teeth. And then when he's gone to America, he's bold enough to write these things against me and be rude, send me rude things, answer back rudely in an email, approaching my friend, because he's got a bad domestic violence case against two of his ex-wives, Russian ex-wives. So I found out from the second Russian ex-wife, David Qasim, said he was lying. He hasn't sent any money for his children, his sons. And so how do you expect? I was just going through truth and my own thing, and I thought I had found this when I looked at Jamie Janover. Sorry, I don't mean to, but the cousin is really ugly looking. Like he said, my uncle is ugly, but he and my brother, he's told me that my brother is ugly looking and all this. He himself is ugly, so I can say this. But and very dirty look.